The U.S. and Iran are giving very different accounts about war negotiations. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Tuesday, March 31st. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. President Donald Trump said yesterday that the U.S. is talking directly with Iranian leaders about terms for ending the war. He said talks were making great progress. On Sunday, Trump also said that Tehran had agreed to many of the 15 demands he transmitted last week through Pakistani mediators. But Iranian officials have denied virtually all of Trump's assertions. A foreign ministry spokesman said yesterday that there have been no direct talks, only messages sent through intermediaries. And he described U.S. demands as very excessive, unrealistic, and irrational. Those demands include an end to Iran's uranium enrichment program and strict limits on ballistic missiles. As Iran and the U.S. present their starkly different assessments of negotiations, both sides have begun targeting each other's energy facilities in a significant escalation of the conflict. The war has sent oil costs surging. Early this morning, average gas prices in the U.S. spiked above $4 a gallon for the first time since the summer of 2022. President Trump showed off new designs for his White House ballroom. That's number 2. Speaking to reporters on Sunday night aboard Air Force One, Trump began with an update about hostilities in Iran. But he soon pivoted to a different priority: his planned $400 million White House ballroom.
I thought I'd do this now because it's easier. I'm so busy that I don't have time to do this. But I'm fighting wars and other things. But this is very important because this is going to be with us for a long time, and it's going to be, I think it'll be the greatest ballroom anywhere in the world. It's its highest level.
For 5 minutes, the president displayed new renderings as he again made the case for his controversial addition to the White House grounds. The renderings revealed some changes to the design, including the removal of stairs that some observers had called unnecessary. Earlier on Sunday, the New York Times had published an article criticizing some aspects of the ballroom's design. That appeared to irk Trump, who mentioned the article several times while talking to reporters. Number 3. The Army is reviewing why attack helicopters flew near Kid Rock's home. On Saturday, the musician posted videos showing himself saluting and clapping as an Apache helicopter hovered just off the pool area of his mansion in a suburb of Nashville. The crew members reply with hand gestures that appeared to be returning the salute. In another video, a second Apache is shown. The crews were flying a training mission, and a flyby at Kid Rock's home was not part of it, according to an Army spokesman. The Army is looking into what happened and said appropriate action will be taken if any violations of regulations are found. The Army is also probing the helicopter's proximity to gatherings that were part of the nationwide No Kings protests on Saturday. One helicopter flew by demonstrators 6 times within about 2 hours at McGregor Park in Clarksville, Tennessee. The Trump administration is suing over a women's networking event. That's number 4. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC, was created to enforce federal law on discrimination in the workplace. It has historically represented vulnerable workers making claims about pay disparities, harassment, and more. But in Trump's second term, it has another focus. In December, the new EEOC chair called for white men who feel discriminated against to contact the agency. And it is now suing a Coca-Cola distribution company over a 2024 networking event. At the event, about 250 female employees gathered for a day of speakers and team-building exercises. The lawsuit claims that event discriminated against male employees. This is the first EEOC lawsuit filed over a corporate DEI program. But more such cases could be coming as part of a wider Trump push against diversity, equity, and inclusion. Number 5. A new report revealed which advanced degrees yield the best returns. Going to graduate school can boost your career and salary. But according to new research out today, some of the most popular advanced degrees are not worth the cost. The report found that graduate degrees in medicine, law, and pharmacy generally have the highest return on investment. On the other hand, degrees in popular fields such as social work and psychology may actually have a 0 to negative return after factoring in the full cost, at least financially speaking. In the study, graduate degrees generally did provide a bigger boost to women, full-time students, and people who had lower-paying undergraduate degrees. Money isn't the only reason to pursue a career or a degree, of course, but if a student is taking on debt to pay for graduate education, it's important to figure out the finances. Three tiny changes to daily habits might lengthen your life. That's number 6. We often bring you news on this podcast of things you can do for a healthier and longer life. Today's tip is great news for people who are kind of lazy. Australian researchers studied data from tens of thousands of men and women. They found that adding about 5 minutes of sleep, 2 minutes of exercise, and half a serving of vegetables a day to people's normal routines could be expected to add a year or more to their lifespans. The benefits from these 3 tiny habit tweaks, taken together, noticeably outweighed larger changes to any one of the behaviors by itself. The study adds to mounting evidence that even small, manageable changes to our behavior might have an outsized influence on how long and well we live. So maybe next time you listen to the 7, you should do some squats and eat a carrot. And at number 7, you can't keep a true diva down. Celine Dion has announced a set of comeback shows. Celine Dion is best known for songs like The Power of Love and My Heart Will Go On. If you're a fan of hers, you may know that she's been dealing with a rare and incurable neurological condition known as stiff person syndrome. She hasn't done a full concert in 6 years. But in a video posted on social media yesterday, she announced her return and gave an update on her health.
I'm so happy. I'm so ready to do this. I'm feeling good. I'm strong. I'm feeling excited. Obviously, of course, a little nervous, but most of all, I am grateful to all of you.
Dion will perform 10 concerts at La Défense Arena in Paris in September and October this year. The lead up to her big news came with just the right amount of drama. A giant screen below the Eiffel Tower counted down to her announcement. Then it erupted into a light show paired with her song, I'm Alive. If you'd like tickets to one of the shows, you'd better be quick. According to news reports, her last world tour sold out in just 90 minutes. All right, you're all caught up. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter if you haven't already. The 7 Morning Briefing is totally free and has links to all the stories I talk about here on the show and more. Find a link to sign up in the show notes or just Google the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.